Welcome to Top Celebrities Data. Today we dive into the shocking truth about 22 celebrities who are still rotting in jail. From Hollywood stars to famous athletes, their downfall is filled with unbelievable reasons that left fans speechless. Stay tuned as we uncover the untold stories behind the bars. R. Kelly was once celebrated as an R&B superstar. However, over many years, he engaged in a pattern of serious misconduct involving young women, exploiting his fame and influence to control and harm them. After extensive investigations and multiple testimonies, he was convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking, leading to a 30-year prison sentence. This tragic downfall illustrates how abuse of power destroys lives, including the perpetrator's own future. Harvey Weinstein, once a Hollywood titan, used his position to commit harmful actions toward numerous women in the entertainment industry, exploiting aspiring actresses who trusted him. In 2020, he was sentenced to 23 years in prison after being found guilty of severe offenses, including coercion and assault. This case reshaped Hollywood and sparked global conversations about accountability and respect. Danny Masterson, known for his role in that 70s show, was accused by multiple women of severe misconduct that occurred at his home decades ago. After years of legal battles, he was convicted in 2023 and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. This case stands as a stark warning that justice, though delayed, cannot be escaped. Sean Diddy Combs, once a celebrated figure in the music industry, is now facing the gravest chapter of his life. Since September 2024, he has been held in custody on serious allegations including racketeering conspiracy, exploitation, and illegal transportation of individuals. His trial is scheduled for May 2025, and if convicted, he could face a life sentence. This dramatic turn serves as a reminder that fame cannot shield anyone from justice when accountability is due. Jared Fogle, once recognized as the face of a major fast food brand, saw his career collapse under the weight of his own actions. In 2015, he was sentenced to over 15 years in prison for crimes involving minors and illicit material. His fall from public admiration to imprisonment shocked the world, revealing the hidden darkness behind a carefully maintained image. Josh Duggar, known from reality television, is serving more than 12 years in prison for receiving and possessing illegal material involving minors. His case drew widespread attention and left many questioning how someone who portrayed a wholesome image could conceal such destructive behavior. It remains a stark reminder that appearances often mask painful truths. Elizabeth Holmes, once hailed as a revolutionary entrepreneur, fell from grace after her ambitious promises in the biotech industry unraveled as a massive deception. In 2022, she was convicted on 4 counts of defrauding investors and sentenced to more than 11 years in prison. Her story is a cautionary tale about ambition, unchecked by integrity, reminding us that truth and ethics remain the foundation of lasting success. Todd Chrisley, a former reality television star and entrepreneur, once enjoyed a lavish lifestyle under the spotlight. However, in 2022, his world came crashing down when he was sentenced to 12 years in prison for bank fraud and tax evasion. His case became a striking example of how financial crimes, often hidden behind a glamorous image, eventually come to light. Julie Chrisley, widely recognized alongside her husband Todd on their popular reality show, faced a similar downfall. In 2022, she was sentenced to 7 years in prison for her involvement in the same financial crimes. Their story serves as a cautionary tale that unchecked ambition and dishonesty can destroy even the most carefully built lives. Tory Lanez, the Canadian rapper and singer who once topped charts, now faces a very different reality. In 2023, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison after being convicted in a case involving harm caused to fellow artist Megan Thee Stallion. This case captured global attention, leaving fans shocked by the stark contrast between his music career and the crime that changed everything. Joe Exotic, a controversial figure who gained fame through a viral documentary series, shocked audiences with his criminal case. In 2020, he was sentenced to 21 years in prison for plotting harm against an animal rights activist and committing wildlife violations. His story shows how fame can spiral into chaos when driven by rivalry and obsession. Young QC, an American rapper, shocked the nation with a crime that remains one of the most disturbing in recent memory. In 2012, he orchestrated the murder of his own mother by paying a hired killer, all to gain access to her life insurance and savings. For this act, he was sentenced to 99 years in prison, a punishment reflecting the gravity of betraying the very person who gave him life. Suge Knight, once a powerful figure in the music industry and former NFL player, saw his life collapse after a violent altercation in 2015. The incident resulted in the death of Terry Carter after Knight struck him with his vehicle. In 2018, he was sentenced to 28 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter and fleeing the scene. This case revealed the dark side of power and rivalry within the entertainment world. Mystikal, the rapper and actor once admired for his stage presence, now faces the most serious legal battle of his life. In 2022, he was arrested in Baton Rouge on accusations of sexual assault. If convicted, he faces a mandatory life sentence. As of 2025, Mystikal remains in prison awaiting trial, a grim turn in the story of a performer who once dominated the charts. YNW Melly, an American rapper known for his hit songs and rising fame, saw his career shattered in 2019 when he was convicted for the murders of two of his close friends. Prosecutors argued that Melly orchestrated the killings in a shocking act of betrayal. He was sentenced to life imprisonment, turning what could have been a promising future into a cautionary tale of fame gone wrong. War Machine, a former professional mixed martial artist, committed a crime that horrified the public. In 2014, he brutally attacked his former girlfriend and her male friend at her home in Los Angeles. The assault involved severe physical harm and left lasting trauma on the victims. In 2017, he was sentenced to life in prison, cementing his name in one of the most infamous cases of domestic violence in recent years. Gary Glitter, a former English singer once known for his music career, later faced severe legal consequences. In 2015, at the age of 71, he received a sentence of 16 years to life in prison after being found guilty of serious offenses involving minors during the 1970s. His case serves as a stark reminder of accountability and the impact of actions, no matter how many years have passed since they were committed. Ian Watkins, a former Welsh singer and frontman of a popular band, shocked the world when details of his crimes emerged. In 2013, at the age of 36, he was sentenced to 29 years in prison for a series of serious offenses, which included attempts to cause harm to children. This case stands as one of the most disturbing examples in the music industry, underscoring the importance of protecting the most vulnerable members of society. Franke, an American vlogger, once known for sharing family-oriented content online, faced a dramatic fall from grace. In February 2024, She was sentenced to a term ranging from 4 to 30 years in prison after pleading guilty to severe child mistreatment. This case serves as a sobering reminder that public image can sometimes hide troubling realities, and that justice seeks to safeguard those who cannot protect themselves. Kaalan Walker, an American actor and rapper, was once seen as a rising star in the entertainment industry. However, in 2022, he was sentenced to 50 years in prison after being convicted of multiple counts involving sexual misconduct toward young women, including several aspiring models. This case highlights the dark side of fame and the importance of safeguarding vulnerable individuals from those who misuse their influence. Darren Sharper, a former professional American football player, known for his impressive career as a safety, later faced devastating consequences for his actions. In 2016, at the age of 40, he was sentenced to 18 years in prison after being found guilty of multiple serious offenses across several states. This case serves as a reminder that fame and talent cannot excuse wrongdoing, and justice ultimately prevails to protect those who are most vulnerable. Mel Hall, a former American professional baseball player, celebrated for his skills on the field, experienced a dramatic fall from grace when his crimes came to light. In 2009, at the age of 48, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison for offenses involving a minor under his guidance. This case highlights the responsibility of mentors and the devastating consequences when that trust is violated, underscoring the importance of safeguarding young lives. If these shocking stories surprised you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next video about celebrities' hidden lives.